Hi, this is Dr. Victoria Nalule. I'm the CEO of Nalule Energy and Minerals Consultancy. I'm also a PhD holder in International Energy Land Policy from the University of Dundee in Scotland, and I'm an author of 8 energy and mining books. So today's video, I want to address the question, what are the legal risks associated with the energy transition? So if you've been following my videos, you would understand what the energy transition means. Simply put, it's a shift from fossil fuels to renewable energy. And this is part of the solutions to address climate change. It's not the only solution, but I would advise you to follow my videos and get the best information about the energy transition and climate change. So there are various risks associated with this energy transition. And in this video, I just want to address one question. What are the legal risks associated with the energy transition? First and foremost, with the legal risks, we have to understand that the legal frameworks will have to change in the energy sector, implying that initially the laws that were supporting fossil fuels have to change, or they'll have to be amended. And I'm going to categorize the legal risks into 2. The first would be the enactment of new laws or amendment of old laws. And then the second one will be the provisions in the various contracts that are being negotiated by governments, especially oil and gas contracts. So I'll start with the new laws. In recent years, as a way of transitioning to a low carbon economy, various countries have enacted various laws. We call them clean energy laws. Some, they can be categorized under renewable energy laws. You will have the climate change laws. And how are these laws posing risks? First, it's becoming hard, especially for the extractive companies, to be protected, to get subsidies, as it was the issue initially. And the other thing is the opposition on the existing laws. We have seen this with the Energy Charter Treaty, which was with the Energy Charter Treaty, because initially many countries were members, or they are still members to the treaty, but it's facing opposition. And one of the reasons as to why it's facing opposition is because it's believed it no longer serves the 21st century initiatives to transition to a low carbon economy and tackle climate change. So this is one example of the legal risks. The laws can be opposed or they can be amended, and these amendments can have adverse effects to the extractive companies. So that's one example of legal risks. The other important thing that we usually ignore is the issue of introduction of new provisions or insisting on the old provisions that are going to make it hard for countries to transition to a low carbon economy, or secondly, for the governments to be able to benefit from their resources. An example of that are the stabilization clauses, because I've done several videos about stabilization clauses. But now, with the energy transition, remember, most oil companies would be like, we don't want to invest. This is a very risk area because everyone is transitioning to a low carbon economy. And this can be a basis for negotiations, bullying governments to insert or insist on imposing the stabilization clauses in the oil agreements. And these clauses are basically a very major risk which we cannot ignore. So in summary, obviously, if you want to know more information about the legal risks, you'll have to involve us at NEM Energy, and also look out on our website. We have various research on these issues, and also involve us in consultancies. But in summary, the legal risks associated with the energy transition include the enaction of new laws, opposition of old laws, and then insistence on the provisions such as stabilization clauses that are intended to protect oil companies, because right now they have an upper hand saying that this business is very risky, so we need to be protected. And then the other important thing is the climate change litigation. There are various cases that have been brought up against oil companies, against governments, and other stakeholders involved in the extractive industries, because it's proved that their actions are not in alignment with the climate change initiatives or various initiatives to tackle climate change and transition to a low carbon economy. Please stay tuned so that you can learn more about the other risks associated with the energy transition. Thank you very much.